versus Cypress. And you can see the Momma's boys going to the outside. Looks like pretty much a mirrored break. Cypress player looks like he got jacked in the dome. And he did. The ref's taking him out. Momma's boys playing off their belly. I think Momma's boys from California playing Cypress's Minnesota boys. I think Momma's boys might have just a little bit more time in the field. You can see the Minnesota players probably don't get as much playing time outdoors. Again, we know this is Cypress's new team. They only have 3 players on here. The rest of these kids are all brand new. The first time they've ever played together was this event. So Cypress hasn't done too bad. And the Momma's boys, a powerhouse team from California, definitely a team to be reckoned with. You can see Cypress getting a good close-up of that TRAUMAHEAD logo. You can see Cypress rocking that DM4. Momma's boys player asking if he's got hit on the head, and the judge says no. He leans back out and gets back to balling. There's one of the new players for Team Cypress on the outside edge, shooting to the middle. Both these teams have lost a couple players from the very beginning. You can see there's Cody. It's one of the diesel pickups. Cypress has this kid. He's a super baller. And Momma's boys make a move to the outside. I think Cypress might have Drew, Roger, and Cody from Diesel. Like I said, they picked up 4 or 5 new young kids. The first time they played together this event, no practices or anything. They're putting a pretty decent team together now. Momma's boys sticking to a core roster of guys. They lost the back guy from last year that was a good paintball player. They held their team together. They play super good ball. We saw him at Mardi Gras earlier this year. You can see he's trying to hold off a couple guys at one time, trying to battle, come over the top. As well as the Momma boy doing the same exact thing. That's Cody. He's from on the Half Moon. Got a couple guns on him. You can see the beginning of the front of the bunker. Nobody's really shooting at him now. Just going to bat on him, waiting for him to give him something. He peeks over the top, see if he has anything, and now the paint's starting to hit the bunker. Cypress talking it up, but the link of communication's a little bit shady on their team. You can hear the Momma's boys organizing their pushes on the other side of the field. They know they're going to make something happen. You can see the Cypress player with the little stuff on the front of his hopper. And you know he's in the snake. The ref's right there on him. You can see the Momma's boys now. He stood up on the bunker, shooting to the middle of the field. And Cody doing a little head juke there. Momma's boys ripping the paint. Gun of choice pretty much looks like the Intimidator. It looks like I've seen a Matrix or 2 on the team, and auto cocker here and there. Looks like pretty much gun of choice, and you can see the Momma's boys trying to shift to the outside. No paint flew even near him. You can see the referee standing on the outside. They're not going to walk over there if it wasn't even close to him. Momma's boys spread out pretty evenly amongst the field, and the Momma's boys walking off. Looked like right there before that he looked like he was going to do a head juke. You can see he looked out of the side of the bunker and then walks off. He must have caught one from the outside edge of the field. Looks like the only angle that could have hit him. You can see Cody looking back and forth in the field. Momma's boys getting ready to prepping himself for a come over the top move. Hopefully the Cypress player can catch him in that move again and let him have it. He's in there tight. Neither team losing too many bodies, and the Momma's boys do a shift to the outside. You can see the Cypress players on him, and there comes Momma's boys up into the middle with the 50 roll. That was an awesome move by the Momma's boys. That was a good bunker to get into. He knows he's there, and he catches a Cypress player going to the outside. You can see him now. Cody's pointing to the middle of the field. Momma's boys coming up through the middle. The little stand-up can. You can see the Momma's boys player wiping his hand in front of the hole to try to make some balls come through, try to see if he's going to get any action there. Cody going back and forth. Looks like he's holding off a couple guys, and the Momma's boy player pushing into the middle. There's a 3-on-1 right here on these guys. Looks like he's rocking the auto cocker. Cody almost gets clipped coming over the top, and it's going to be a snap shoot here. Oh, and he's gone. The Momma's boy player takes advantage of it and goes right into his bunker. That was an awesome move. You can see Mama's boy might have took a little bit of heat getting in there. You can hear the Cypress player, and he did. Mama's boy player walks off the field. And Mama's boy player coming in. He's setting it up. He sees somebody laying down. He's going in for the drive-by. Oh, and he pulls a sweet drive-by, but pays a penalty from Big Greg in the back. The other Mama's boys being a little bit more cautious about going through there. You can see the Mama's boy player that shifted from the back coming up into the middle of the field now. Cypress player trying to shore up some sort of a defensive line. And the Mama's boys player coming down. Not exactly sure what's happening on the other side of the field. It looks like it could have been a 1-for-1. You can see the Mama's boy player now. He's looking over the top. There's a couple Cypress players walking off, he sees. And they're coming in to shoot the final few guys out from Cypress. Cypress shoring up in defense. You can see the Mama's boy player rocking the TRAUMAHEAD logo. He's running down one of the last few players off the back. You know they're smart enough to know they're not going to come into some kind of a hornet's nest. They've shot all the Cypress players out, and that's it. That was an awesome game for the Mama's boys. Like I said, there was some kind of controversy on the other side of the field. Looks like a 1-for-1 might have got pulled over there. The front players from Cypress got pulled off the right-hand side of the field out of the Dorito, which let the Mama's boys come on down. Looks like they got 4 bodies alive, and that was a good game for the Mama's boys, a good game for Cypress.
Sorry, Cypress. That's what you get for playing with Diesel, bro.
We got a couple comments from the Peanut Gallery.